Welcome to this postgame media edition of Talking Hoosier Baseball. Today is Saturday, March 16th, 2024. The Indiana Hoosiers scored one-third of the runs that the Bruins put up on Friday, despite getting more base runners into the game. Indiana hitters left 10 men on base. Ty Bothwell shoved. He had 5 scoreless innings before giving up 5 runs in his final 2 innings. The media met with head coach Jeff Mercer following the contest.
Especially in the later innings, it seems like they were throwing a lot of off speed to the hitters. Was there some issue with them to be able to adjust to that pitch?
Yeah, I thought we overswung and kind of pulled off, and they found a trend line with that, and they stuck with it. And that's kind of the MO there for their bullpen guys late, more off speed. The first guy was more vertical on his fastball, and the last couple of guys were more off speed heavy, and the wind's blowing in, kind of a crosswind. So you got multiple lefties there, and you got a wind blowing in from left, kind of across from left to right. So a smart pitching coach, and he's going to throw breaking balls away and land them and make you hit the ball up into the wind. And it was good. He did a good job with it. But yeah, we just didn't stay on with the ball the other way on the line. We got some balls up and did set them very well.
I know he's coming back on a fairly short period, but Moffitt did seem to be struggling to locate his off-speed pitches.
Yeah, he did. Right.
And was that the reason why you went a different direction in the third?
Yeah, his velo wasn't very good. Honestly, they were predominantly right-handed. He's been 91, 95, 91, 94 mostly, and today he was 90, 91, and kind of down to 88 in the second inning, and was 0 for 5 on his first 5 off-speed pitches. So we had to kind of change course pretty quickly there. Once he wanted to set Ty up to where Moffitt could probably go 3 or 4, and then Ty could run the game out. If Moffitt's velo is where he typically is at, and he's landing an off-speed pitch, he should be able to walk through a right-handed lineup. Not easily, but he's been really good in the zone there with that in that situation. So we didn't made an error there in the first and kind of set up an opportunity for a bigger inning, but his stuff wasn't as sharp, and he didn't land an off-speed pitch there in the first inning, and then guys can really hunt fastballs. So we just had to get him out and got Ty in there a little earlier than we would have liked to.
Ty did have quite a stretch there.
Yeah.
I think it was 12 retired straight.
Yeah, we kind of did the same thing we did last week to him. I should have pulled him out there in the last inning. Kind of the same situation that happened with Troy, where he had thrown really well and kind of ran out there at the end. But knowing you got 2 more games and your midweek coming up and you're down and you're not offensively doing very well today, you're in a tough spot. We ran the bump play and kind of had some confusion on the bump play, but yeah, he was really good. He was spectacular there for 5 innings or so, and he was awesome. Just that's what we had kind of thought. We had hoped it would just start there in the 4th or the 5th, and he could kind of run it out the rest of the game, but wasn't able to. But yeah, Ty was terrific. Did a really good job.
And a lot of left on base today. Were the guys pressing at the plate? What did you see with the approaches?
Yeah, it looked to me like we didn't have a cohesive offensive unit together, and I would say yes. Although I've talked to the guys. Listen, I know last week was tough. I told them last week was tough, but you have to get up. You have to get back up. You have to get back up. You have to move on, and you can't stay stagnant and stay in those moments forever. And I just thought offensively, if we would have just allowed the game to come to us, it would have. We had multiple opportunities where we swung a ball forward, ended at bats early. We chased out of the zone early, weak contact, pulled off, overswung. Just looked like a group that was just trying to do too much and didn't let the game come to them. We didn't look fundamental today. And typically that's our calling card. Typically we're a very fundamental offense, hit the ball in a big part of the field, allow a guy to take a walk or hit by pitch, and we were just not our typical selves today. And we're going to have to be tough enough to handle a little bit of adversity here this week and move on from that. And that was kind of the sentiment to the group afterwards. So we'll be fine if we'll just get back to playing the way that we typically play.
What do you focus on and kind of adjust for tomorrow and the rest of this weekend?
I would say, and then I talked to the group in there is that we're playing a game. And I think sometimes we make it life and death. I know as coaches we do and players we do. And I think we've got to be able to understand that we're going to get out of this because we're capable of getting out of this, and we haven't been in the, we've been a good team, and so we've just got to put together good offensive at bats, string it together, and then we need to go out there and have a good start from Connor Foley, and we got Crafty and those guys up afterwards, so we're in a good spot. We'll be fine. We just need to play good team fundamental baseball for Indiana, and I think once we start doing that again, everything will kind of fall back in order the way it is. But until we do that, the game's too difficult to play when you're trying to do too much, or you're pressing's the right word, but you're just not playing good baseball, not playing fundamental baseball, and games are hard enough to win even when you are playing good baseball. So when you're not, it's difficult.
Just about that wheel play with the bunt. Is that what it was? Was the wheel play on, but Ty didn't know?
He did. Ty knew. He said he heard someone yell two. It just was there's no one at two, so there's no one covering second base. Mm-hmm. So the whole play, we ran it earlier in the game, and he fouled it off. That's why he popped up the bunt. We ran it earlier, so the wheel play, so we have two separate bunt plays in that situation. We practiced them a ton. And again, Ty was amazing today. Ty was awesome. So Ty is dejected, so I don't want to in any way, shape, or form disparage Ty, because Ty is like my family. But we practice that play a ton, where we have one play where we're trying to get the lead out third, and one play where we're trying to get double play ball out of it. And I thought they were going to slash, but he actually bunted it. Typically, the third baseman takes the ball, but Ty came down and got it, and the throw should just go to third base. And the idea was with the two righties on coming up next, we had Julian in the pin. We would get the lead out of third base and then come in and try to get breaking balls until we got out of the double play ball or whatnot. But he said he heard two, then he looked back to three, and then he threw to one. But the play should have just gone directly to third base in that situation. So that was where I didn't understand what had happened, and I just asked him. And again, Ty's like the best kid, and did a great job today, and knows all the plays. It just I don't know where it got sideways, but it got sideways.
There seemed to be it seemed surprising an even higher level of intensity out of Ty today.
Yeah, he was passionate, and we told the guys, like, we're going after today. Really, Moffitt was to set up Ty, just the exact opposite profile, and to give Ty the ball and try to, like we did with Kraft last year, where we kind of set him up and then let him run with it. And so I think Ty was excited and passionate, and he wanted us to get going again and play good baseball again. And he was coming in to do his job. He loves Indiana and loves representing the team, and so he did everything he was supposed to do. The rest of us did not, myself included. The rest of us didn't support him. But he was pumped up and fired up, and he threw great there for 5 or so innings. He was awesome.
The Hoosiers resume the series with Belmont at 2 p.m. today. See you at the Bart.